we're gonna go with that. We're doing a little bit of chest with FST-7. FST-7, part of the FST-7 training.
FST-7 training, boys.
Part of FST-7's principles. This is like the end of the FST-7 chest day. Okay, we're going to start off with a little bit of front delts, just warming them up. Then we're going to go to your medial head, side delts, and then we'll warm up the rear delts. Then we'll do some working sets on front, middle, and rear as well. We'll be throwing little tidbits out, or I will. Tyler, if he wants to, throw some stuff in there too. This is part of the FST-7 shoulders training though. So, and then we'll do a little bit of arms, like I said, at the end. So, just doing a little bit of military presses, shoulder presses to warm up the front delt.
Whew. Feeling it. This is just the warm up. This is the warm up, man.
What's that?
I worked out with him. I worked out with him like, was that what? A couple days ago?
Yeah.
A couple days. Last week we worked out.
Oh yeah, I had him almost dying.
Yeah.
I literally almost had him dying.
Because when I say warm up, I mean the first couple sets. I don't mean actual. We're not doing any FST-7 type overloads or partials or anything like that. I'm just saying, just warming up the muscles. This may be a little easier to get a lift off too.
Oh, you know what's throwing me off is that this thing's called the cage covered.
Feel like.
Ooh.
There you go. Whew. Ah. Come on. Come on. Straight up. Straight up.
Let's do this.
That's it. Cool.
Almost there.
Last one here, and we'll do some rear delts. Key to rear delts, probably Tyler would agree with me. Keeping in a good weight, but not too heavy. This is more of a finesse muscle. Rear delts really give you that 3D effect on your delts, on your whole shoulder symmetry. But if you go too heavy, you bring your traps in, you bring your lats in, and the muscle group you're trying to hit, all that weight gets dispersed over a couple muscle groups as opposed to the one you want to hit. So the key I would say to rear delts is basically keep a good weight and really focus on that mind muscle connection on the rear delt. But we're gonna do one more set here for the sides, and then we'll go on to the rear. So
And do some partials here, right?
yeah, we'll do those. We'll do a little bit of we'll do partials. Yeah, definitely on front and rear. So
Yeah.
but.
Static holds into your workouts as well, especially near the end of the set or your last set. Very nice.
Okay. We're gonna do some bent over side laterals. Key is you want to be pretty close to. Got this falling over. You want to be pretty close to. You don't want to be perpendicular, but pretty close, and then we're just keep your pinkies out. And we're just gonna focus on that mind-muscle connection with the rear. So we need to get some dumbbells, probably like 20, 25s maybe.
Yeah. Around there.
Like I said, Tyler and I probably both could do 35, 40s on these, but there'd be some swinging. You'd also bring your traps in, you bring your lats in, and we're really trying to focus on rear delts, so we're gonna do probably 20, 25s, really just focus on form. And then we're gonna superset that with face pulls. So, cool.
I mean, you could do with heavier weight, but then you're just doing like a Dorian Yates kind of fly, which if you know Dorian, he does kind of like this, like, it looks like he's like bat winging almost out when he's trying to do it, but that's not what we're going for today.
Grab maybe the 20s too, we'll see what we can do with them. Cool. What's that?
Might as well get both of us.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah. So there's a room in there. Amazing lighting. There's a room in there. Amazing lighting. Like later on,
cool.
that's flexing. Like
But
just think of like crunch, but with actual lighting in there.
good lighting, cool, that's cool.
What's up, man? Okay. What's next, boys?
Do some front raises. This is when we'll probably start doing a little bit of the FST-7 principles, because we're gonna do some front raises with dumbbells. Start off alternating arms, then we'll get some fronts together.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some partials. I'm gonna have Tyler do same thing I'll do, or someone will do for you. We'll do a fronts, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 individual. Do about 4 or 5. And then with the partials, you move your hands at different levels. You've probably seen them do that. Like, yeah, so like you're doing like partials and maybe go up to 3/4 and then up a little bit, just keep, and we'll do like 5, 6 partials that way.
All right. Cool.
So, cool. That's kind of like, usually whenever I do stuff like that with people, it makes it so that way you have to push yourself to where your partner's level's putting it, as opposed to just doing it in your head. Puts a little more intensity into it, basically.
Yeah, that's how you have to train. You gotta train the same.
We got to probably go a little heavier though than 20s. We probably need maybe like, what do you think, like 30s, 35s?
Yeah, roughly around there.
Okay, okay.
My shoulder's still a little botched from a year ago.
Well, I'll leave the
but-
25s, so I'll grab the 30s then.
Yeah, all right. That's more like it. I'm starting to go up here in there. That's one thing too. Key tip. So once you start losing form, cut it.
Got it.
Maybe get 1 or 2 cheats. No more than that. There you go. Yeah, so 2 up. 1 up.
Get it.
But as far as getting back to your original question, FST-7, I noticed that with my shoulder injury and some other injuries I've had in the past, you can't just constantly do progressive overload with weight. Over a period of time, your joints are going to hurt more, you're going to have more injuries and stuff like that. So the FST-7 allows me to train intensely with principles like static holds, partials, time under tension. So it's taught me a lot of ways to train intensely, but without just always adding more weight. So that's kind of where I got into the FST-7 training, and I think I've started to grow more since I started incorporating their principles, or their way of training, so to speak.